Dun, 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 dun.
Ah!
Love it.
Welcome back to the High Heels Happy Hour podcast. Or
Well,
if this is your first time tuning in, welcome.
yes, yes.
Where have you been?
I know. Duh. That was fun. Now I know why you do that intro.
Yeah, it was fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So little da from Ingrid as well.
Love it.
We're still Christina and Ingrid, or
Yes.
Ingrid and Christina, depending on if you go from left to right or right to left. And before, because we kind of forget at the end, but please, all of you out there, we've gotten a lot of great verbal feedback.
Oh, yes.
From people that have listened to the episodes. Please rate and review the episodes on wherever you listen to podcasts, if it's Apple Podcasts, if it's Spotify, whatever it is.
Or even YouTube, because we get all
YouTube as well.
It helps with the algorithm.
Exactly. So we love that you tell us how much you love it, but it would be great if you would also post it on or rate and review, because that will help other people finding this podcast. Yes.
And sharing is caring. So
Sharing
that way
is caring.
they know about us. So
and that's what we do here. We share about things that we care about when it comes to lifestyle.
Yes. So
and self-development.
Let's check
which
in.
is a part of lifestyle.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Check in. Yes. So we had another fantastic fundraiser yesterday. A Zumba. Well, when we record this, it was yesterday. Zumba for a Cause, the second one that Vero Fitness Gym here in Vero puts on for me and my participation in Dancing with Vero Stars, and it was great. We raised even more money than the first one.
It was a lot of people.
It was a lot of people. It was a lot of Zumba. We were excited. Ingrid and I were both there, and we danced almost the entire time, 2 hours straight. We were sweating.
I think I was more sweating, I told you, because I didn't know the steps.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, it's like mental exercise as well. Because even if you think you can dance, when it's a lot of arms and legs, and you do it in a certain, and most of the people there do a lot of Zumba, so they know the routines. We did not.
No, so just when I got it, they would either add a step or then switch it, and I'm like, no, I just got it. So it was fun.
So fun. So super thankful for that. And how was your week?
It was great. My niece came to visit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good. The kids love having her over, and she's 25.
Okay, so cool.
Yes, she was like the cool cousin coming over, and we went to Sugar Factory.
Where is that?
In Orlando.
You went all the way to Orlando?
Yes.
To go to Sugar Factory?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. It's a staple. You go.
I would not go to a place called Sugar Factory.
No, you would not.
No.
You would probably.
That goes against my beliefs.
Yeah.
I do like sugar though, but in very small doses.
No, there's no small.
Oh, okay.
There's no Sugar Factory does not have anything small doses of sugar.
Okay.
The drinks alone are, I believe, 40 ounces.
Wow.
Of like strawberry lemonade.
We've been telling people to cut down on sugar, right?
Yes, but my niece came to visit and she thought she wanted to go.
Once in a while, I guess.
But it was fun. It was a cool place. I mean, to go to. The kids loved it. The service was horrendous.
Oh, well, that's not good.
So, but the place was cool.
Okay.
And then we went shopping at Disney Springs.
Okay, that's fun. That's kind of neat.
I can't complain. My week was good. Weekend was great.
Do we have a hack?
Yes. So, I don't know if you all get distracted.
Never. It's never happened.
But if you find it hard not to get distracted by the internet, there's an app called Keep Me Out. And you can actually block certain sites for a certain amount of time so you don't get on them.
Oh.
And
I have not used that app.
Do you
one.
get distracted often?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can happen.
I don't.
Yeah. But it's so we can tie this to other things we talked about on the podcast. You could tie that to pomodoros. So when you have a pomodoro,
yes.
you hook that up, and you're like, for those of you that don't know what a pomodoro is, you just have to go back and listen to other
Yes.
episodes. Pomodoro technique is really very good efficiency tool, but you could. So when you know you have a pomodoro, you go in and you hook that up.
Yeah, I think it's.
That's good.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get distracted these days.
Especially if it's a task that's not super fun.
Definitely. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
What's yours?
Might use that. Okay, so this one is slightly I'm not going to say gross, but you know, we can all go there in our heads. But I don't know if you're like me, but I do not like public restrooms. Most people don't, except for Buc-ee's. Have you ever been to Buc-ee's? Oh my goodness. I think I need a whole episode on just Buc-ee's. They're coming one to our area.
My children are so
It
excited.
is
I've never been.
humongous. I've been twice.
You've been to Buc-ee's twice?
Yes. Once with a school trip. All stopped
Victor
at Buc-ee's.
loves Buc-ee's too.
And then once when Fig and I drove up to Atlanta, we stopped at Buc-ee's. They get the best restrooms because they have like the proper room. It's not a stall. It's like you get a little, and they have like 200 of them. It's great. Anyway, so when you go into a public restroom and you know you have all these stalls, I always think about it at airports, for instance. We tend to want to go to the stalls in the middle or the furthest away, but you should pick the stall that's the closest to the door because that's the one least people go to. And you know, I heard this years ago on like the Today Show or something, and I have been using that ever since, but then I just saw a notation of it again, and I'm like, you know what? I've been doing that ever since I heard that years ago. And usually it's, unless it's, you know, there's a line, then you take whatever is available. But that's, don't take the one in the middle and the furthest away, because those are the ones that are used the most. Take the ones closest to the door.
I wonder why.
I guess people just feel like they're so close to the door, they don't want people to notice they're there. So yes, if you have to go close to the door. That's my hack.
I love it.
All right. So today we are going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, of course, fall fashion or fashion, period. It's kind of one of the things I do. Work with clothing and style and somewhat fashion. So I'm going to go through. I'm not going to go through all of what's on trend this fall because there's always a lot. And when I do these reports, because I do them for my style club, as you know, Ingrid is a member. I do them each season. I do an in-depth style report on what's coming up. And it's a lot. So I save my full report for my style club. Okay. If you want more info, we'll put a link. But I'm going to talk about some of what you can expect to see. But before we do that, because even though I work with style and love fashion and interest in it, it is something I want to put a big warning label, not warning label, but I do have issues with that I want to talk about first. So fashion is fun, but it's not something we all need to follow, right?
I think that's a good thing to say.
It's way more important to know what works for you and what your style is. And when I say that, what your style is the kind of building blocks that I work with is knowing your body shape and how to dress that shape, knowing what colors work for you, not necessarily what colors are in fashion, but what colors work for you, and what is your personal brand and your personal style category. Knowing those things is way more important than knowing fashion. But that said, why it's important, but why people like me and others have interest in fashion is to know what's available. What can we expect to see in the stores this coming fall? And also, I mean, it's you kind of sometimes want to feel relevant. So I often get this with jeans, what denim is or jeans are in style because people don't want to feel outdated wearing boot cuts when it's skinny and vice versa. Skinny is never a good idea. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. But anyway, so you kind of it's to keep top of mind, know what's feeling relevant, but way more important to know what works for you. But if, for instance, some of the things that are in fashion this fall are things that I personally love, then I know that's going to be available in the stores. So it's a good time to look for those and a good time to kind of stock up on those items.
Because they're good for you. Like for me, I think jeans is a big thing. Because even if, girlfriend jeans are high-waisted, skinny, they don't do me any good.
So when it comes to cuts with jeans, I say you need to stick with a cut that works for you regardless, but often it's the kind of wash for jeans.
Yes.
So if it's a dark wash that's in, or usually for fall, it's darker washes, or if it's, a certain type, or if it's mixed denim materials like we had last year, it was kind of a mix of light and dark. Then if you like that, then it's available. So that's what I want to start with. Know your body shape, your best colors, and what your style and your personal brand is. And if you say, but I don't know that, we have in the show notes, you'll find links to some worksheets that I have that you get for free. Some PDFs that I have that you can learn all about those things.
Yes. I will tell you, it has been such a blessing to go shopping knowing what you shouldn't buy. I know you probably mentioned this, but going on, getting stuff on sale because it's on sale. It's it's on clearance.
Yep.
It's a fun color. If it doesn't do you any good, then it doesn't do any good at all to have
Doesn't matter how much you, in quotation mark, saved.
Yes.
It's a wasted.
I think it actually saves you money to know what to wear.
Absolutely. You buy a lot less the more you know.
Yes. So I'm excited.
Yes. And another thing I want to say too, sometimes it can be fun to purchase a few, so to speak, trendy items. That's when those cheaper stores come in handy. I mean, I like a great bargain. I'm Swedish. We love our H&M. If you didn't know, it's Swedish. But stores like that's a little bit of the fast fashion and not the best for the environment and not always the best quality. But if you want to look for something that's trendy right now, don't spend a fortune, but you can buy some trendier items the Target probably has them too, or Forever 21 or any of those.
Zara.
Zara. I love Zara. Any of those stores. It's a good place to get that.
So you feel like you're in fashion, but it's not hurting you.
Exactly. So that said, what can we expect to see this fall? Here are some of the highlights. We should have had no, we can't have the same song. We should have had a little fashion song.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to see a lot of, and hence my outfit, the color red.
So see, she holds out. Although,
so things like that. If you know, like me, I love red, and red is one of my colors. As Ingrid was saying, oh, you look so good in red. I know because, I'm my own best client. So yes, so when this is a great time to know what you like and what works for you. If red is a color, then okay, there's going to be a lot of red things out there. Great, I'm going to stock up on some red. So that's what I'm going to do this fall. Now there will be red. I will say there's always the fall colors, meaning the browns, the beiges, the all kind of rusty colors, oranges. They're always going to be available in fall, greens, all that. But you can kind of so it's, if it's your season, then you go for it. But when it is a color that's a little bit off like that, then it's definitely something to keep in mind if you want to feel, or that's more emphasized than others.
So that's when you think that's where you're saying red. You're gonna look for certain things that are red because they're gonna be a little more different than any other time.
Yes. Okay. And also with the color red, you're gonna see it in everything, not just clothing. You're gonna see it on shoes, bags, jewelry, all of the above. A lot of red on the runways. Okay. So it's going to be like from top to toe. You can do like the monochromatic red if you want to. So Santa is in fashion this season.
I love it.
Huh? Yeah. So go for red. Other colors that you're going to see, black is the little black dress is definitely, it's never goes out of style, but it's definitely big emphasis on the little black dress, LBD, as we also call it. But you're also going to see pastels. So we've had Barbie core with the hype of the Barbie movie. Pink was the big color last fall. It started already last fall, even though the movie just premiered. So pink has been big. Now it's more pastels. So the softer pinks, purples, yellows, greens, but definitely pastel-y colors.
Now, this is where I am careful because pastels are not.
Yeah, so don't go for that trend.
Okay.
Yes. Another color that you might work better for you is olive oil green. So little more yellow than olive green.
Okay.
Olive oil green is a little more. So you can pull that off. A lot of people cannot. How do you know? Then? Well, you got to follow, my guides. But yeah, so you can definitely, that's a color you can purchase this season.
Olive.
Yes. Olive oil green. So it's not chartreuse, which is very yellow, and also a hard color. This is a little more green, but in that kind of spectrum yellow-green, you're going to see that. Another thing that I personally love that's going to be available, and I know works for you too, is peplums. Ingrid, what is a peplum? Can you tell the audience?
Oh man, isn't that peplum when it goes out?
Yes. So a peplum, especially a top, it goes out. That was very descriptive thinking.
Oh no,
no, a peplum top is a top that has a little skirt. So it goes in at the waist and then it comes out like a little skirt. So think of a flowy skirt, but you have it on the top. It's great for anyone who wants to emphasize their waist. And it's also, a peplum is great because it kind of hides the tummy.
Oh, I need like 1,000 of those.
So peplums and they're going to be they're going to be some peplums built into skirts it's a big peplums in jackets. So the little peplum detail is going to be big.
Oh.
Which
I'm excited.
Which works for certain body shapes, but not for all.
So when you say hide your tummy, that's
because the little skirt coming. So you emphasize the waist, and then it just like a flowy skirt would. The fabric comes out, which then kind of hides the tummy.
So really quick,
yeah.
Who should not wear?
If you are an oval shape, you should not wear a peplum.
You hear that?
Sometimes too, depending on where the peplum stops, if you are triangle shape, it might hit you right at your widest point,
which would then make you wider.
Which would make you look wider. So it depends on a little, but definitely oval shapes should not wear peplums.
Okay, that's good to know because that's.
But you will see that in my guide.
Yes,
my free guide. You will see that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Another thing we'll see more of this season is polka dots. Always like the polka dot. It's kind of like you cannot be in a bad mood in polka dot clothing.
It doesn't matter
because it has something of a little kind of playfulness. No, well, not psychedelic. No, but polka dot feels a little playful. It's hard to be. You will not see anyone in a serious position like the Supreme Court judges won't have polka dot underneath, or the president will not have a speech in a polka dot, or our first female president, when she comes, she will probably not have a polka dot dress addressing the nation.
I like polka
because unless that's what she was going for. So yeah, polka dots is back. One of those things too, never quite goes out of style, but more or less, if you like polka dots, it's your time. So we talked about the little black dress and the polka dots, and what you think about, at least I do when I think about polka dots, is kind of the 50s. So the 50s style, which is the very kind of feminine style, so emphasis on the waist and then kind of the flowy skirts. That silhouette is back.
That's my favorite.
It's really, again, not everyone can do it, not every body shape, but it works for most body shapes.
I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So, and what that means, 50 style also means the hemline is a little different. Hemline meaning where the skirt stops. So the hemline has been that maxi, it's been midi, it's been super short, all of the above. Hemline this fall is, they call it high water. So it's not maxi, it's not all the way down. It's a little longer than midi. Midi is my least favorite. That's what hits you. Tighter skirt hits you right at the widest part of your ankle, or of your calf. High water is a little longer.
I don't like that.
Now, but that's a typical 50s hemline. So if you look at all those, that's where they.
I don't think it does anything for me. I almost want to pull it down.
You're tall enough to where you can pull it off. Sometimes if you're short, it's not great. Okay. But that's what it has a very feminine look. But that's what you can see. You can always hem.
Yeah.
If you think, you can always make it shorter. Hard to make it longer, but you can always make it shorter. I often do. I think kind of like my skirts to be mid-knee. So often I just hem them. You know. So yeah, the high one, but a lot of that 50s probably. So if you buy a red polka dot 50 style dress, you are super on trend. Just saying. If you see it, grab it. Oh, but only if it works for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Something else you can expect to see is off the shoulder tops. Dresses.
Oh, yay.
So off the shoulder, meaning not cold shoulder. Cold shoulder with the cutouts.
Oh, yeah. You already told me that.
Those are not at all in fashion.
The good thing to have you as a friend, one of the good things.
I was going to say, I think there's more than one.
Is that she will tell me when I'm wearing something that I should not be wearing. And it was a couple of trends ago.
Yes.
And I get sad for a little second and then I just get rid of it.
Yes, I don't want you to feel like you're out of touch.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you're...
I love off the shoulder. So
off the shoulder is so off. Completely off. Yes.
Okay.
with and not straight so much now. It's going to be with a little dip kind of in the
I've never seen anything with
a little
the
dip.
dip. I'm
Well,
excited
we
because
will
I
see
usually
that.
don't like
Yeah,
the tube.
straight across can be a little hard, especially if you have a larger bust. It's really hard when it's straight across. A little dip makes it softer.
Okay.
But it's also I have a lot of the diagonal cut, like asymmetric tops, when it's one shoulder bare. Not a lot of that now either. I mean, you're still going to see it because it was last season.
Okay.
So it's still going to hang around, but the cold shoulder, the cutout, no, get rid of them. That's what I'm going to say.
I got rid of it.
And really, the cold shoulders are hard. Most people that wear it should not.
Okay.
Because a lot of people think it emphasizes shoulder, but it can actually minimize shoulder. So, yeah.
Okay.
But the across, who should not wear off the shoulder? If you are a inverted triangle, have really, really wide shoulders. As a woman, you sometimes want to try to minimize that because it has more of a masculine look. If you feel your shoulders are large, then do not wear off the shoulder.
I think I'm wide.
No, but you're not. You're hourglass. So yeah, but as long as it doesn't matter if you're wide, as long as your hips are the same width, you're balanced. Proportion. Right. That's right. I should probably have a whole episode of just Ingrid's proportions.
Perfectly proportioned.
Oh, perfectly proportioned. Yes. Okay. Lots of denim. We will see.
Okay. Like
kind
denim.
Of all over denim. So tops, bottoms, jacket, and you will also see it in shirts, denim shirts.
Okay.
Denim, tops, not just on the bottom.
Okay, I have a few actually.
Lots of denim. And since we touched on it, what is the in kind of jean cut right now? And it is still, thank goodness, a little bit of a boot.
Okay.
Boot cut, which is my personal favorite, but also looks best on most people because it balances out the hips. Skinnies run very far. They are not in at all, and hopefully never will be. And I'm sorry for all you that love skinny jeans. Some people can pull it off, especially if you're 13 and below. Then you can pull off skinnies. Most of us grown-up women cannot. Or men, God forbid, men should never wear skinny jeans. Never. Unless they're 12. But yeah.
Okay, so
So yes, it's gonna be, you're gonna see a lot of the wide legs, like really wide jeans, like wide, which are a little tougher to wear because they add a lot of stiffness, and it's just it's a different look.
Okay.
But you'll see it's definitely not the skinny. You're gonna see some tapered. You're gonna see some boot cuts, and you're gonna see boot cut, meaning you have a little flare at the bottom. You're not gonna see the 70s flare, but you're gonna see a little boot. Another thing that is that you're gonna see, maybe this is not our biggest Florida trend, but anything fuzzy. So yeah, fake fur, more like it's not even fake fur, it's just fuzzy. Shag carpet fuzzy.
That may not be in Florida.
But you will see it on shoes. We could do it on shoes. You see it on shoes, on bags, of course jackets, but skirts, all of it. It's fuzzy.
Yeah. I don't know how.
Very huggable trend. It's very soft and huggable. So if you have an old pillowcase lying around that you
why not?
Just make a little topping out of it. And another one that I think is interesting that will stand out is neckties for women. So yes, we're now going to wear ties again. Like, men's ties. But not, like black or thin ties. Not the wide. But yeah, it's a little bit of a masculine look. Making up for all that feminine polka dot and the feminist, and then you have the other side of that is the to balance it out. You have the neckties.
All we need is a necktie, suspenders, polka dot.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
Mix it all, and you got a very interesting, style.
Yeah.
So one more thing I'm gonna touch on, and the rest I save for all you VIPs. But big shoulders, so sculpture shoulder. We've seen this a lot over the last couple of years. The wide shoulder blazers, tops with emphasized shoulders. Now we're gonna have the sculptured arms too. So it's kind of like the whole part from shoulder down to arm. It's gonna be a detail. It's not just straight regular arms. It's gonna be some detailing. Not necessarily poofs, because not everyone likes the poofy shoulder, but some exaggerated shoulders, definitely.
And then, is there someone that shouldn't wear that?
Again, if you have really wide shoulders, you should not wear exaggerated shoulders
or
off the shoulders, because it just makes you look unproportionate.
Okay.
Yeah. And so if you look around and you see in the stores and you're like, none of what she said is out there, well, you're going to see this is when I make my reports, I research a bunch of different sources, and usually it's what was on the runways. And that was kind of almost a year ago. They show fall fashion, and I take all of them and I look at what are the common denominators from all, because some of them have the weirdest thing, and you like, that's never going to be a fashion that people can adapt to. But I take all of the what I see, and then I kind of the ones that everyone seemed to be in agreement on. But again, sometimes the fashion houses are completely wrong, and they think it's this big fashion trend, and no one likes it.
Yeah,
but you never know.
But I like the reports, because it allows you. So if you're someone that is in that position, that can't wear maybe something really huge in the shoulders, you can always have like a bag, a polka dot bag.
Exactly.
You can maybe a bracelet. You can accessorize to kind of feel in fashion.
Absolutely.
Which I think is the fun part.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just,
Yeah, maybe you'll get a fuzzy bag.
Yes.
Who knows?
I think I have
a polka dot bag. Yeah.
I love polka dots. I think, and I like red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
and peplums. You like peplums?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Shoe wise, again, Florida, we don't see a lot of differences between the different seasons, but you will, as I said, you'll see reds, you'll see the fuzzy, but wedges, like funky wedges, where the heels themselves look funky.
Okay.
So it has like almost like an art element to it.
Okay.
A lot of that. And again, wedges works for most people because they're way easier to walk on than heels. So that's a fun trend, I think. Most people can wear a wedge at least for a little while.
Yeah, because you don't want to. Wearing flats is okay, but high heels maybe not so much. But a wedge is like the happy medium.
Yes,
that kind of works.
Yep,
and they make them kind of fun and cute and kind of. Sexy.
Well, now they're quite different heel wise. So
just stay away from Croc wedges.
Crocs, yes, that is not a good idea.
I know you don't like those.
No.
But they have them now.
I know, but that's just wrong. It's just wrong. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Okay. So if you're wearing Croc wedges, run.
Well, they did a couple of years ago. They did some that didn't look like Crocs. They just had the same kind of material. They were fine because it didn't look like Crocs. But if they look like Crocs and they put a heel on it, no. I don't say if you want to wear Crocs around the house or gardening or whatever. Or if you're 14 and want to wear your Crocs, go for it. Don't put a heel on it and think that it's something else. No, it's like putting lipstick on a pig. Not that I feel strongly about it or anything.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, man, okay.
Yeah, so those are some highlights. Do you have any questions, or do you feel like there's some goodies?
No, I do. I love it. I mean, I always like the fashion trend.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I think I spoke about it to you or on an episode on I'm a esthetician. I wear scrubs.
Yeah.
So usually I'm one color, but knowing what's on trend, whether it's jewelry, bracelets, accessories, it makes it fun. It makes you a part of something.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. I have a couple of polka dots.
Well, there you go. And I think for jewelry, we didn't touch on that. It's big things are still in. You'll see a lot of like chunky necklaces. Yeah, and earrings. There are a lot of really long earrings, which is not very practical, but because you kind of get caught.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Jewelry, it's going to be a little bit of everything, but you're definitely going to see the color red.
I love it. And we're going to have a link for the sheets, correct?
We have for the PDFs where you can find out. But yes, they will be in the show notes, and we'll probably post some pictures of some of the trends because I have them put together in our Facebook group.
Huh? My eyes got really. I thought you were going to post a picture of. You should do is post a picture of my before and after because that's pretty bad.
Oh, that is a good one. Yes, we should. It's so bad it's good.
Yes.
Yes, we might put that in
just so they can see
Facebook,
an hourglass what I used to wear to
what a difference it makes just knowing what to wear for your body shape. Yeah, we should do that.
I'll take one for the team.
Thank you for doing that. All right, that's all we had for this week. Yeah, so we can feel relevant. Maybe not always on trend, but we can stock up on some red.
Love it.
Love it.
Yes.
Okay. And until next time,
score! Cheers.
Cheers.